Die USA im Jahr 2024. Der Kampf um die Präsidentschaft. Ein Wahljahr mit überraschenden Wendungen.
I accept your nomination.
Aber was passiert abseits der Schlagzeilen, abseits der Hauptstadt? Wir begleiten sehr unterschiedliche Menschen von Winter bis Spätsommer.
This is it right here. It's my 380.
We're going to convert this into a cooler for food, for the food bank.
Wie sehen Sie Ihr Land? Was sind Ihre Sorgen, Ihre Hoffnungen? Wie blicken Sie auf die Schicksalswahl am 5. November? In der ersten Folge, eine junge Frau aus Missouri darf zum ersten Mal wählen. Doch wen? Ein Sheriff an der Grenze zu Mexiko fühlt sich von der Politik alleine gelassen.
We've had people die here, we've had murder here. You name it, we've had it.
Ein illegaler Immigrant will sich den amerikanischen Traum erfüllen und hofft auf Trump als nächsten Präsidenten.
Because he's a businessman and he spits fact and he's not scared of anybody.
Ein evangelikaler Priester will Trump um jeden Preis verhindern und trommelt bei den frommen Wählern.
We're going to do everything that we can to make sure that that group of people does not vote for Donald Trump.
Und diese jungen Aktivisten kämpfen dafür, dass die Alten sich endlich um die Klimakrise kümmern.
Go home to mommy. Your mommy's waiting.
Las Vegas im Bundesstaat Nevada. Hier in diesem Friseursalon hat eine sehr ehrgeizige Frau früh am Morgen einen Termin. Sie möchte politisch ganz hoch hinaus. Ronda Kennedy. Schick machen, denn heute hat die 51-Jährige noch einen wichtigen Auftritt.
I'm running for the United States Senate to represent Nevada. Today, we have a debate with 5 of the candidates in the U.S. Senate race.
Sie tritt gegen 5 Männer und eine Frau an. Ronda will sich die Haare glätten und an Locken drehen bei Kanisha, der Friseurin ihres Vertrauens.
This is part of the difference of being a woman in politics versus a man in politics, because he just goes and gets his hair cut and just, that's it. Maybe get a shave. Us, we gotta get our hair done, gotta get curls, gotta do makeup. It's just then we have to thoroughly pick our outfit because someone always has something to say. Like one time I might have had a lower neck dress and the comments on that was just ridiculous. And there's mostly women, like women give women a very hard time, worse than men. Before we even can prepare for a debate, we have to get pretty because that's what they expect from a woman politician.
Es ist auch in den USA nicht leicht als Frau in der Politik. Ronda geht es nicht nur um die eigene Karriere.
I'm doing it for my kids and because I need them to have a better future. I want Martin Luther King's dream to be their reality. I grew up in the country that I grew up in because it's changed so much.
Neben Martin Luther King hat Ronda noch ein anderes großes Idol.
Martin Luther King, definitely. I admire President Trump because he went against the grain, and which is the same thing that I do. And I don't follow the party. I follow the people.
Schon 2020 hat sie für den Senat kandidiert, damals in Kalifornien. Dort hat es nicht geklappt. Aber sie gibt nicht auf. Jetzt also in Nevada. Ihr Wahlprogramm? Mehr oder weniger das, was Trump so sagt. Inklusive aggressiver Wahlkampfspots.
America is under attack. All thanks to radical liberals, Joe Biden and Jackie Rosen. Our borders open for terrorists.
Border Patrol agents are overwhelmed with the massive influx of illegal immigrants.
But conservative Nevada Republican Ronda Kennedy for U.S. Senate will stand with President Donald Trump to secure our border, defend the Second Amendment, and protect our children. Stand with President Trump and Ronda Kennedy for U.S. Senate in Nevada.
I'm Ronda Kennedy, and I approve this message.
Heute Abend also der wichtige Termin.
There's a lot of media that's going to be there. Nevada is a key state for the presidential election and for the Senate. So if we can take Nevada, take this seat, then we'll have a better position in the Senate.
That was my last
Safe travels.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ronda fährt einen Maserati mit 430 PS für über 100.000 €. Sie ist Rechtsanwältin und wohnt in einer guten Wohngegend mit Golfplatz in der Nachbarschaft. Ronda hat sich aus einfachen Verhältnissen hochgearbeitet. Jetzt der nächste geplante Karriereschritt: Politikerin.
Yes. Excited. Can't wait till tonight. Fantastic.
Die ganze Familie kommt mit.
Hey. You guys ready?
Yes, yes.
All right. What are you wearing?
Who, me?
No, Anna.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Is that what you're going to travel?
No, you're not. Not that. Go put on some jeans.
Cochise County in Arizona. Der Bezirk liegt direkt an der Grenze der USA zu Mexiko und diese Grenze ist am Anfang des Wahljahres 2024 in Amerika das große Thema. Die Zahl der illegalen Einwanderer, die über die Grenze kommen, ist unter Präsident Biden stark angestiegen. Einer hat täglich mit der Grenze zu tun: Sheriff Mark Dannels. Der 61-Jährige ist der oberste Gesetzeshüter im County, Republikaner, konservativ und genervt davon, was hier ganz im Süden des Landes abgeht.
Been sheriff 12 years. I've been in law enforcement working for 40 years. After 4 decades of service, I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly on this border. Right now, this is the ugliest and most neglected border I've ever seen. It's like our president has completely abandoned our border. The rule of law has been set aside. There is no consequences that come across our border. And that's a really, really slippery slope for public safety in our country, national security, and humanitarian. It's just, there's nothing good about what's going on our border right now.
Sheriff Dannels ist auf einer Mission. Er kämpft hier im Süden der USA für Recht und Ordnung und ganz besonders dafür, dass die Grenze dicht wird. Er will, dass sich was ändert, dass Washington endlich aufwacht und sich um die Probleme hier kümmert. Deshalb geht er immer wieder an die Öffentlichkeit. Seit Monaten haben er und seine Deputies gefilmt und fotografiert, was so alles passiert, und die Bilder sollen ruhig alle sehen.
So this is a video of a collective effort of body cameras and videos from the Cochise County Sheriff's Office, what we see here in the county when it comes to our smuggling, some of the things we're addressing. So you ready? Yeah. And these are all individuals that come across the border legally by the cartels, and now the smuggler driver is trying to get them out of the county before my deputy stopped them. This happens every day here. And then we call Border Patrol to come get them. All over the world. We see it all over the place. This is normally what they look like with the camouflage. This is the driver. We actually arrest the driver. This is my deputies chasing a runner, smuggler driver. See, we're trying to stop the vehicle. That's my deputies chasing him. Watch, he's gonna bail out. There they go. This is what Washington, D.C. doesn't want us to see. A lot of them are repetitive criminals. You can see right there. See them?
Sheriff Dannels wünscht sich die Wiederwahl von Donald Trump. Er hat hier im Süden von Arizona die Initiative ergriffen. Er hat extra eine eigene Polizeieinheit für die Grenze gegründet. Einer seiner Officer ist jetzt auf dem Weg zur Grenze. Undercover. Jesse Mitchell.
I am a certified peace officer. We don't wear a uniform daily due to what we do. We work on the border quite a bit, and we don't identify as cops when we're out.
Jesse hält Ausschau nach illegalen Immigranten. Er hat ein Auge dafür entwickelt.
Suspicious to me would be people walking in the desert area where there's no roads, there's no highways, and there's no other people.
Hier in der Wüste werden die Illegalen von den mexikanischen Kartellen ausgesetzt.
Anybody that crosses gets what we call a care package that goes with them whenever they pay to cross, and that is the camouflage, the booties, a backpack, some small food items, and a gallon of water. And that's provided to them to cross.
Viele kommen in der Wüste trotzdem ums Leben. Für den Traum, in Amerika zu leben, so weiß Jesse, sind Menschen bereit, ihr Leben zu riskieren und hohe Summen zu zahlen. Es ist ein gutes Geschäft für die mexikanischen Kartelle.
It's been told to us by them for a Mexican citizen up to $6,000, and for like somebody from Guatemala or the different countries down there, it could be up to $18,000 to $25,000. Just depends on who you are, where you're from. There's a lot of money. Fence that is the international border. This 30-foot fence right here would be the new fence that they put up. I could show you a few places where they do cross. So, I mean, looking through the fence, that is Mexico.
In Iowa im Norden sind es minus 30 Grad. Der Bus der Organisation Vote the Common Good, wählt das Gemeinwohl, ist hier im Bundesstaat unterwegs, denn es sind Vorwahlen der Republikaner. Doug Pagitt ist evangelikaler Pastor und hat sich eins geschworen: nie wieder Trump.
When Donald Trump decided that he again wanted to put the United States of America through what we have to go through when he says he wants to be the president of the United States, which has now happened 3 times, we've made an agreement in our organization, and I've made it in my own life, that I will do everything I can to be sure that people have very clear options to not choose Donald Trump.
Mit seinem auffälligen Bus mit Slogans bedruckt ist Doug unterwegs, um insbesondere christliche Trump-Wähler doch noch umzustimmen. Doug ist Aktivist, geht dahin, wo es brennt. Schon vor 4 Jahren war er unterwegs. Er war auf den Demos nach dem Tod von George Floyd.
Okay, so they just released tear gas. So I've been tear gassed. We're out here running the police. People are throwing water bottles. Trying to stay behind these barriers. And now, here we are, trying to keep the police settled down, trying to keep the police from attacking these protesters. Come on, guys! So they just smoke bombed us. Oh, it's terrible. Hurts so much. The police were aggressive. They were outrageous. They were provoking. All the action, I gotta get this out of my face.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Er marschierte vor 4 Jahren nach Washington, um Trump zu verhindern.
And to remove the most tyrannical president in the history of this country.
Jetzt bei dieser Wahl ist er wieder unterwegs, gemeinsam mit seinen Mitstreitern Rob Ryers und Tim Gilman, Beide auch evangelikale Pastoren. Normalerweise schlafen sie auch hier im Bus, doch zurzeit ist es zu kalt. Das ganze Wahljahr über wollen sie nun finanziert durch Spenden durch das Land reisen, um die Wiederwahl Trumps zu verhindern.
We're excited to be on our way to the Donald Trump rally in Indianola, Iowa. This was one that was quickly scheduled because of the blizzard that came through Iowa yesterday. And we've signed up, we've got a pass to come in. They have my phone number and they text me regularly, regular updates from Donald. And we're looking forward to getting in the building.
Ob sie als Trump-Kritiker überhaupt reingelassen werden, wird sich zeigen. Fast 600 Kilometer weiter südlich. St. Peters, ein Vorort von St. Louis in Missouri. Zu Hause bei Emma und ihrer Familie. Die 18-Jährige lernt für ihre letzten Prüfungen an der Highschool. Thema: die deutsche Teilung.
In my German class, I'm working on my final project, which encompasses the escape methods between East and West Germany and the overall fall of the Berlin Wall. So I've created a map of some of the top escape methods and where they escaped to and how they crossed, along with like all the different ways that they used that to escape. I think it's interesting because it was such a hard time socially for people, and that's something that we in America, we are very divided. Like, it's not just us that are this divided, and we're not physically divided like Berlin was, but we are very separate like they were.
Unten werfen ihr Vater Matt und ihr Bruder Elijah derweil den Grill an. Ihre Mutter Julia und ihre Schwester Cora schnibbeln Gemüse und Obst. Ein kleines Festmahl, weil das Fernsehteam aus Europa da ist.
Good. Good. Are you done out there?
I'm about done, yes.
Okay, great.
Beide Eltern arbeiten an einer Schule. Julia als Logopädin, Matt als Lateinlehrer. Durchschnittliche Einkommen. Nicht arm, nicht wirklich reich.
I don't think so. We go to Aldi, which is a German brand, but it's cheaper. So we shop there, or Trader Joe's. But like, if you go to like a local store, it's very expensive. Yeah. We live simply anyway, I think. So we do okay. But I know like, if you buy like expensive coffee and stuff, it can get really expensive. Like, but we try to keep it reasonable.
Right away.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see this divide a lot in the economic division between the classes. Our lower class is very lower class, our upper class is very upper class. Like, I have a friend and her father passed away when she was very young, and she is now forever living in the lower class. And I have a friend where his parents both work for very expensive companies, so he's in the upper class. And I fall somehow somewhere in the middle.
Oh, sorry,
I'm sorry.
Am Esstisch redet die Familie kaum noch über Politik. Die überzeugten Christen empfinden die politische Debatte als vergiftet und feindselig und haben Angst, dass ihre Kinder in so einem Klima aufwachsen.
We are very lost.
We're very lost, yeah.
But we know that we don't want to have, for example, Trump be in place with the discrimination and the hatred that he preaches. We would never want our children to look at that and think that that is okay on any level, and that that's who we want representing our nation and our values. And so then it's like, okay, well, I guess we go with the lesser of the two evils.
Yeah. And I will say that most of my friends that I talk to, they're kind of all like us, I feel like. We don't have anybody who's like a diehard Trump fan or diehard Biden fan that we know, really. Most people are pretty like us, but they're not. You don't hear us. Yeah. I think people like us are quiet, and people who have opinions are louder.
Es ist nicht einfach, in Amerika zwischen den Stühlen zu sitzen. Auch Emma wird ihre Rolle finden müssen, wenn sie im Sommer ihr eigenes Leben an der Uni anfängt. Alberton in Georgia. Ein Illegaler, der vor Jahren aus Mexiko über die Grenze gekommen ist, lebt heute hier ganz im Osten der USA. Shubham Arora hat bis heute keine feste Aufenthaltserlaubnis und doch begann mit seiner illegalen Einreise sein persönlicher amerikanischer Traum.
I left India in April 2016 and we landed in Ecuador. Then we kept crossing country one by one. But the hardest was Colombia, the jungles of Colombia and Panama. That's the hardest because it's like 3 days, there's no roads, nothing. It's like a no man's land. Guatemala, Mexico, and then you reach the United States. So basically it's like 2,000 to 3,000 miles. When I reached Mexico, so I had like a couple of months in the detention center over there, then they let us go. That we told them that we are not gonna live in your country. So we left the Mexico and I reached the United States in 2016 after like 4 months. I used to live in New York. I used to work with Uber, Lyft, that we used to drive cabs. So that's where I made money and got out of New York. And we opened up in 2021, February 15th. That was the date when we opened up the gas station.
Mit einer Tankstelle in Amerika. Da kann man nicht so viel falsch machen. Und hier im ländlichen Amerika erst recht nicht.
Basically in Alberton, 35% of the household has like 2 cars. And like 26% of them has like 3 cars each. Basically, they're dependent on it. Since Biden took over, diesel is like 73% expensive and regular is like 447% expensive. That's way too much when Trump was on the seat.
Und das ist seine Tankstelle. Shubham hat es vom Immigranten zum Geschäftsmann geschafft. Aber hier an der Zapfsäule muss er sich immer einiges anhören über die viel zu hohen Spritpreise. Die Inflation macht den Menschen zu schaffen. In Las Vegas wird es Zeit für Ronda Kennedy. Die Debatte findet in Reno statt, ein weiter Weg. Und die ganze Familie kommt mit. Das macht sich gut beim Wahlkampf.
Are you packed?
I am packed.
Now we gotta get everybody ready. Guys. Mike.
Yeah, I'm coming. All right, coming.
I'm married to my third husband, Michael, which we have 11-year-old triplets together that we were actually born 2 hours before my 40th birthday. So they were my birthday present. They were born on Doomsday, when the Mayan calendar actually ended, when the world was supposed to end. So we call them our Doomsday babies.
Auch Rondas Wahlkampfmanager Daniel Rios muss jetzt mithelfen. Die Zeit drängt.
Yeah. I just want y'all. So those things are great. Yours are fine. Do we have a different sweater for you? Yeah, let me look at your sweaters and see if we can get you. How about you, Liam? Jeans, that looks good. Okay, cool. Are you wearing a sweater? Okay.
Mike.
What's up? Need what?
My winter. Can you get my winter coat, please?
Yeah.
It's in the back by my coats. No, it's this one. No, it's not. This one. I grew up just outside of Milwaukee, about 50 miles north of Milwaukee, in a little small town called Kewaskum. And there, 2,300 people was the population, and we were the only black family in the town. And so it was quite different. There's some students I went to school with that had never seen a Black person before. So it was a a learning experience for me, and I think also for the students in school and the residents there, because they finally got to interact with someone of color. Okay, out.
All right.
Bye.
Take a kiss, man.
Please let all my animals be alive and my house not be burned down when I get back. Yes, check. Got your chargers, got your cords, got your glasses.
8 Stunden Fahrt haben sie jetzt vor sich. In Iowa ist Doug Pagitt auf dem Weg zur Trump-Rally. Er ist überzeugt, Donald Trump wird das Thema Migration im Wahlkampf verwenden.
After the election in 2020, our organization recognized that Republicans were going to pivot to using the United States-Mexico border as the topic for which they would tell voters to think about their own voting identity through a lens of the border. We saw it coming. We tried to tell the administration, we tried to tell every Democrat that we do work with and do training with, this is all going to be about the border come 2024. Because we were already hearing and knew it was going to intensify, that Republicans were going to start to use the issue at the border as something that they were going to tie into a whole lot of other issues, primarily around making Americans feel unsafe.
Gleich auf der Trump-Rally will auch Doug über Migration reden. Und das ist die Grenze, um die es geht. Jesse Mitchell kennt die Stellen, wo und wie die illegalen Einwanderer ins Land kommen. Sie hinterlassen verräterische Spuren.
We'll be able to see up here where they have, as a matter of fact, there's one right there. You can see where they cut the razor wire.
Can you show us?
Right here, see where they cut it. So as you can see, the razor wire goes through here. You can see where they have actually reached through and cut the razor wire with either pliers, bolt cutters, whatever they used, we don't know. But if you look at the fence right here, you see how it's got dirt on it. And that over there doesn't have no dirt on it. It's because somebody's actually slid down through here and crossed right here to get into the United States illegally. They'll use a ladder on that side, and then they'll just slide down the pipes. It's not too high for them to slide down. This is a place where they have crossed, due to the evidence of the dirt marks on the fence.
Die Menschenschmuggler vom Sinaloa-Kartell haben alle möglichen Tricks drauf. Sie wissen, wo sie nicht gesehen werden.
Just to explain that to you, is all them cameras over there can see the top of the fence, but sometimes they can't see the top of the fence in the low spots. So they're going to use the low spots where they can climb over without the camera seeing them. So.
Ein Großteil der Mauer ist schon 2016 unter Präsident Obama gebaut worden. Trump wollte ihn dann noch übertreffen.
So this is the new wall, yes. It's referred to a lot by a lot of people as the Trump wall, but it's an international wall. If you guys walk over here, we can look at it just to show you. But it has a date on these where they welded the fences together because they're panels they put together. So if you look right up there on 10/20 of 20, that's when they welded that piece in there. So that's approximately when this fence was put up.
Aber auch der höhere Trump-Zaun hält die Menschen nicht auf.
You build a 30-foot fence, they'll build a 30-foot, 1-foot ladder. So they do still cross over that. They don't just use a small section. They use all of the border in Cochise County to cross.
Auch Doug hat eine Meinung zum Thema Grenze und zur illegalen Einwanderung. Allerdings eine ganz andere.
The crisis is not people are criminals. And the crisis is that people are trying to come to this country in a legal way, and there's not a legal pathway for them to come. In 2020, 17 people were granted visas from the country of Guatemala. 17. But we could allow 3 million migrants in? That's less than 1% of the US population. I think of my own family's story and how we got into this country and what it means to be an American.
Doug glaubt als Christ daran, Menschen in Not zu helfen. Er will auf seiner Reise durch Amerika auch darüber reden, wie schwer es geworden ist, legal ins Land zu kommen.
If you're a worker from Mexico, you are on a 15-year waiting list to get a work visa in the United States. If you are from any country that the United States doesn't give special preference to, Ecuador, Venezuela, Cuba, Haiti, you're not going to get a visa approval to come into the United States as a refugee.
Doug will seine Argumente bei der Trump-Rally diskutieren, aber dann gibt es ein Problem mit dem Bus. Wieder einmal.
Yeah, negative 17 degrees, froze up everything. Batteries really tanked and couldn't get it started. Antifreeze has been leaking, can't figure out where from. The slide outs are getting stuck. You know, it's an older vehicle and we're having those troubles. But she's getting us around the country.
It's old like democracy.
Sometimes democracy just needs a little love.
So we need to call her Mother Democracy. Mother Democracy plus.
Sie haben noch 2 Stunden Fahrt vor sich. Werden sie es noch rechtzeitig bis zur Trump-Rally schaffen? Die ersten Hardcore-Fans des ehemaligen Präsidenten sind schon hier. Trotz minus 28 Grad und eisigem Wind stehen sie an, um ihr Idol zu sehen. Aus der ganzen Welt sind Reporter angereist, um über den Auftakt des Wahljahres in den USA zu berichten. Gleich ist Einlass. Die Tankstelle von Shupam Arora in Alberton, Georgia. Shupam hat seine Schicht angefangen. Hier im ländlichen Georgia ist man ohne Auto aufgeschmissen.
In the places like this, there is no cab services that you can call on somebody. You have to have your own car to get to one place to another. So you can't do it. You need gas every day to live in the rural area like this. They don't have any other option. They go to any place, the gas price is that. Back in the time, it used to be $20 to go from here to Atlanta. It's $25 now. If they want to get to one place to another, they'll pay for it. They don't have any options.
Auch Tom hat keine Wahl. Er ist ganz typisch für die Region hier, waffennah.
In America about something.
Tom kommt hier aus Alberton und ist mit der aktuellen Politik überhaupt nicht einverstanden.
Yep, gas too high, cost of living too high, you name it, it's too high. Bunch of idiots running the country, bunch of idiots running the world, really. But what you gonna do? You don't have money for everything else. I mean, if you're going somewhere to buy a hamburger or something, you ain't got enough money to buy the hamburger. If you're going to buy some ammunition for my gun, you don't have enough money to buy ammunition, so. I mean, it's just different things. If you got to put it in your tank, then you don't have it for other things.
Viele hier leiden unter der Inflation.
Now you have to fit in gas money as a bill every week. So yeah, it's a financial burden. It is, absolutely.
For people like myself, I'm disabled, you know, so I live on a fixed income. The inflation is killing me. We got to make it through this year and get a new president in there. That's what we got to do. Trump all the way. Trump all the way. Yeah.
Noch immer sind die meisten Autos hier in Georgia echte Spritfresser. Auf die Idee, sparsamere Autos zu kaufen, kommen hier wenige. Dann lieber mehr Öl fördern. In Alberton County liegt Trump im Januar in den Umfragen vorne. Viele geben Biden die Schuld an der hohen Inflation. Ronda Kennedy ist immer noch unterwegs nach Reno. Sie nutzt die Fahrt als Vorbereitung.
Yeah, I'm preparing my opening, which is 1 minute, 60 seconds. And so I'm doing the outline of it now to get, you know, everything in I wanted to say. And then I'll say it and time it to see if I'm at a minute.
Sie hat nur 1 Minute, da muss jedes Wort sitzen.
Ready on your introduction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We're ready. Okay, I think I remember. Okay. Good evening. I'm Ronda Kennedy. Did I say my name? What did I say?
Yes.
I said my name?
You say.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Ronda Kennedy, and I'm here tonight to earn your vote to be the next Republican United States Senator for the great state of Nevada. Most politicians will tell you what they're going to do. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you what I've done. I'm the attorney that when the government, you guys gotta be still. I can't do it. No, I know, but I can't. Mike, you know how I am.
Take a breather.
No, it's not that. You guys can't have side conversations and stuff like that. Gotta be still, that can't.
Okay, shut up.
Yes, okay.
Zip it.
When government overreach came after our rights and closed businesses during COVID and called guns non-essential, I filed the federal lawsuit that opened the gun stores and protecting our Second Amendment. You think I'm at a minute? Probably at a minute.
Maybe a little bit over a minute.
Okay, so
We'll have to trim
I want to clean it up.
somewhere. Yeah.
Then I'll say, I'm a mother of 6, a grandmother of 4, a wife, an attorney, and a patriot. I hope that I can earn your vote tonight.
Noch 2 Stunden, dann muss sie ihre wichtige Rede halten. Hier hält ihr Idol gleich eine Rede über Inflation und die Einwanderung. Die Stimmung ist euphorisch, der Saal ist laut, die Gemüter sind erhitzt.
We've opened up borders to people that are bringing non-moral values to the country. Fentanyl, human trafficking, all kinds of terrible, terrible things.
This influx of millions of people going unchecked, it's just not fair to people that use the legal process to get into this country.
First thing he needs to do is close the border. Second thing he needs to do is open up the pipelines again and start drilling, make us energy independent again, and cut off China. You know how many things we have here in the United States? You go to buy something that says made in China. I'm so tired of buying China, China, China.
Unter die Trump-Supporter haben sich heimlich auch ein paar Aktivisten der Organisation Sunrise Movement gemischt.
We came here to disrupt and mobilize a movement, a mass movement, powerful movement in this upcoming time.
Ultimately, Trump cannot be allowed to get away with his lies anymore. He is bought out by the fossil fuel industry, and that is obvious in who he appointed to his cabinet when he was president. Rex Tillerson, the former CEO of ExxonMobil, was in his cabinet. And if Trump were to become president again, he would just continue passing more and more policies that would doom our future.
Jetzt kommt Trump und gleich wollen sie lautstark protestieren. In Alberton an der Tankstelle. Shubham hat es als illegaler Immigrant zu Reichtum gebracht, aber jetzt ist er gegen weitere Einwanderung.
First off, we should think about who are already in the country. Do they have all the benefits? I'm paying taxes from 8 years now. Every year. Taxes, everything I'm paying, doing everything legally. I'm not hurting anybody. I opened up the business, worked myself, lived the American dream, and now I'm a business owner.
But if you build a wall around our country, you wouldn't have been able to get in at the time either. I mean,
but it was 10 years ago. But
so you're saying there should be like an open door policy for a little while and then close it up?
Okay, let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
There's a difference. When you let more and more people come in, even if it was me also, now if I wanted to come in, don't let me. I'm talking about 10 years ago, it was a different situation. There was not much labor in the United States. Who were doing the labor jobs? Indians, Spanish people, all of us.
Actually, now that you mention it, from what I hear, there are numerous job openings in this little town right now, and they can't get people to work.
Auch an der Tankstelle in Alberton ist die kommende Wahl ein großes Thema.
Unfortunately, the cold has gotten the best of us, and we're not going to make it to a Trump rally today. It's perfect sound for that. So we will have to make another arrangement, and that's the thing you have to do in this kind of work, is be reminded of that great spiritual teaching that blessed are the flexible.
Mittlerweile hat Trump seine Rede begonnen.
You have to see what's outside. We have a lot of people here. This is any indication the storm has had zero effect. And I did three rallies.
Trump, you've taken millions of dollars from oil and gas billionaires! From oil and gas billionaires! Do you work for them or people like me, like ordinary people like me? You are taking a grave!
Go home to mommy. Your mommy's waiting. Go home to mommy.
You are taking a grave with the fossil fuel money you are taking!
So young.
We just interrupted a Trump rally because he is taking millions of dollars from the fossil fuel industry, and we won't stand for it. The Republicans are climate criminals, and we are the future.
Tell me about yourself. Where are you here?
My name is Simon. I'm from Los Angeles.
Auch in den USA regt sich in der jungen Generation zunehmend Protest, insbesondere gegen die Energiepolitik des Landes. Die Aktivisten von Sunrise Movement werden im Laufe des Jahres noch öfter protestieren, unter anderem vor dem Haus von Kamala Harris.
Trump doesn't care about young people. Trump doesn't care about the people of this country. He lies to you. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the young people.
Hier der spannende Moment. Springt der Bus wieder an?
All right, give it a start. There you go.
Like that sound.
There you go. Oh.
Anytime the bus starts, it's a good day.
Doug und sein Team haben jetzt einen neuen Plan, wo es hingehen soll. In Arizona wählen die Leute mal die Demokraten, mal die Republikaner. Der Staat ist ein Swing State. Mark glaubt, das Thema Grenzsicherheit und illegale Einwanderung könnte Donald Trump wieder ins Weiße Haus bringen.
It's an election year. We'll see if the president comes out and tries to engage it, but I think it's a little too late now. I do. But I know in this county, Biden won't win. Biden won't win.
Sheriff Mark wünscht sich einfach wieder geordnete Verhältnisse an seiner Grenze. Das ist seine Mission in diesem Wahljahr. Aber manchmal ist es nicht leicht, die Hoffnung zu behalten.
So this is the legal port of entry. This is where we want them to come across. If you go 3 or 4 miles that way or 3 or 4 miles to the other side of it is where they're coming across illegally. And there's no consequences for doing that illegally.
Mark fühlt sich hier im Süden auf verlorenem Posten. In Iowa haben Doug und sein Team spontan den Plan geändert. Noch hat Donald Trump die Vorwahlen nicht gewonnen und es gibt eine ernstzunehmende Gegenkandidatin für die Republikaner, die nicht Donald Trump wählen wollen.
We are going to Dell, Iowa, to meet up with the Nikki Haley campaign to talk to voters about not supporting insurrection-backing candidates and to speak out against Christian nationalism.
Nikki Haley gilt als die Hoffnung der gemäßigten Konservativen. Wie die im November wählen, könnte die Wahl entscheiden. Viele von ihnen werfen Trump vor, die Partei gekapert zu haben.
The first woman president of the United States of America, Nikki Haley.
Doug will bis nach der Rede warten, um Leute anzusprechen.
Thank you so much for being here and coming forward.
And what we think we're going to meet there are the kinds of Republican voters who very much are conservatives, very much are Republicans, not views that I agree with or hold to, but these are people who also are opposed to Donald Trump. They believe that democracy matters. They believe that there was an insurrection, and they're Republicans. This is the other 50% of the Republicans who don't buy what Trump is selling.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
Würden Sie sich bei der Wahl wirklich gegen Ihre Partei, gegen Trump entscheiden?
We're wondering, like, we think Christians shouldn't vote for Donald Trump, but how do you think about it? Is that partly why you're here for Nikki Haley? Is there something about your faith?
No, not my faith.
Your
I
faith?
just want to save this country, that's all.
Yeah, so it's not a faith issue for you at all?
It is not.
Yeah.
I literally left the top of the ballot empty in 2016
Did
because
you?
I didn't think it was right for Christians to support. And it wasn't on any of that stuff. He's just a morally bankrupt leader.
Yeah. I'm an evangelical pastor, and I think Christians shouldn't vote for Trump. I think he's a real problem, and they should stay away.
Well, I'm not a faith voter, but
Okay.
I agree with you. I'm going to support Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
And the people that we talked to, they were the ones that we thought we would meet there. They were people who told us, we don't support the way Donald Trump has taken our political party. It saddens us deeply to see where it's been taken. We think Nikki Haley is a better option.
Wenige Tage später wird klar, sie verliert die Vorwahlen in Iowa mit großem Abstand. Die Gemäßigten in der Partei der Republikaner können sich nicht durchsetzen. Damit steht schon im Januar fest, Trump ist der Präsidentschaftskandidat der Republikaner. Nikki Haley entscheidet sich nach ihrer Niederlage sogar dafür, Trump zu unterstützen. Reno, Nevada. Hier im Casino findet gleich die große Debatte der Republikaner statt. Alle Kandidaten haben Stände aufgebaut. Hier unterstützen alle Donald Trump. Es ist der rechte Flügel der Republikanischen Partei. Ronda wird hier sehr angefeindet, besonders von einer, Stephanie Phillips. Sie wirft Ronda vor, sie sei extra von Kalifornien nach Nevada gezogen, um hier Politikkarriere zu machen.
She's the biggest one in this race. She lived here for 2 months and filed for Senate. And she moved here in September of 22, filed for Senate in November of 22, and she knows nothing about Nevada. And we don't need her here in Nevada. We need real, true Nevadans to represent people here.
This is America. Anybody belongs anywhere. I can live anywhere. There's nothing in the U.S. Constitution that says that you have to live here a certain amount of time. So I don't know what rules you're going by, but maybe you should get the book and read what our founding fathers said. But tell the truth, I lived here. In 2000, when you were running around in Santa Barbara, I was in Nevada fighting. So maybe you should check your record of how long you lived here. She's unqualified. She's a broker. She sells houses. I fight in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. You sell houses. Give me a break.
Ronda und Stephanie Phillips werden keine Freundinnen mehr. Und Stephanie hat schon angekündigt, Ronda gleich während der Debatte anzugreifen. Die Menschen hier haben einiges bezahlt, um bei gutem Essen und Wein den Kandidaten zu lauschen.
All right.
All right.
I'm feeling it now.
You're feeling it?
I've just been going around. I don't know. I've just been going around like basically countering all the lies that have been spread about me, and then people are like, oh, I mean, like.
How many times has Trump had to do that?
Yeah,
like
true.
1 million.
And he still comes out on top.
Exactly.
You know?
Just
You got this. You're going to kick some ass.
You know?
You got this.
You got it.
We're going to win this election.
You're right.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
So you got this.
Rondas ganze Familie ist da. Alle Kinder, Enkelkinder. Es ist der große Moment. Wenn sie Senatorin für den Bundesstaat Nevada werden will, muss sie sich jetzt behaupten. Auch gegen ihre ärgste Widersacherin. Wie wird sich Ronda Kennedy auf dem Podium schlagen? Und Pressetermin auf dem Schießstand. Ronda will ihr Profil als Kämpferin für die Waffenlobby schärfen.
That's right. America.
Außerdem in der nächsten Folge: Emma, die Erstwählerin, ist schon jetzt frustriert von der großen Politik.
And like the other countries in the world must look at us and be like, wow, they're dumb. That is our stereotype.
Und im Swing State Pennsylvania treibt der industrielle Niedergang Donald Trump die Wähler zu. Bürgermeister Rich Lattanzi kämpft gegen den Verfall seiner kleinen Stadt.
All right, now polls open this year. You know anybody wants to be guards?
Amerika im Wahljahr. Die Schlacht um das Weiße Haus wird an vielen Fronten geführt.